With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Coming to you live from the It's Funny Studios, I'm Doug.
I'm Greg.
And this is Mike.
And this is the It's Funny That Makes It Okay podcast. Hey, welcome everybody. Thanks for tuning into the show. We're glad to have you listening today.
Welcome back.
How are we doing?
Very old.
Yeah, we're the sweat hogs. There's another old reference.
Yes.
What? Up your nose with a rubber hose. Okay, so we've lost 90% of our listeners. They have no idea what we're talking about. All right, so real quick, let's give a rundown. We got a few things in the intro.
Do we have any questions this week?
We may. I don't know. I tried not to because that seemed to really confuse the show. It kind of threw us off track. So I'm trying to limit our questions, but there may be. I can't say for sure.
Yes.
We've got a movie quiz that we're all going to take together.
Cool.
One-line movie reviews. It's 10 words or less, and we got to try to guess what the movie is.
I didn't study.
Did not study. Well,
I'm terrible at these two.
Maybe we should grade on a curve.
I hope so. Just don't set the curve too high. I might be okay.
And you out there listening, feel free to play along.
Yeah.
See if you can beat us, which I'm sure will not be difficult to do. And then we're going to talk some tech talk. We have some technology, some robot. We have all kinds of stuff with that. And then we're going to talk about food. Healthy, try to get healthy, or maybe not. I don't know. We'll have to see what's going on. So, I think right off the top here, Mike, you said you had something. I'm going to kick it right over to you.
I wanted to do a quick follow-up on some of the stuff we talked about last week. We had a couple segments last week that are actually kind of pertaining to my update here. So one of the things was a Facebook segment we did. And one of the Facebook posts, somebody was asking they had seen a chicken. Like, who's missing a chicken?
Yeah.
More or less?
Yeah.
Well, I have an update on the chicken. So the chicken has become sort of a celebrity, I think, within the city. So this is
terrorizing the city.
Well, not quite yet, but maybe we'll get there. So a couple days ago, somebody posted that they had seen it walking around on the street, and it's like, he's just walking the sidewalk. He's just out for a good old time. The next day, he was hanging out in someone's backyard. So, he's getting a little invasive at this point. So he's making himself maybe a little too comfortable.
Yeah. Found him a house.
And then even today, there's video of him walking around in the morning. And he's just hanging out in the neighborhood. He's made himself a nice little
Did he have a jogging suit on? Was he out for his morning run?
Well, it looked like it. Except he's not on the sidewalk anymore. So he's totally abandoned that. Totally trespassing, at this point. Thankfully, he's not an elephant-sized chicken. Yeah. Otherwise, he might be in trouble.
That'd be horrible.
So
he would own the town then.
That's right. And then the other thing is I think before too long he's gonna have a name, right? So we've had Derek and what was the other guy's name? Kevin.
We talked about Chad.
Yeah. So pretty soon somebody's gonna give him a name, and he's gonna run the town before too long. So
are there any hens running around? Is he?
I don't think he's got a posse. I think he's more of a loner at this point. He's
maybe
kind of
he's out cruising for chicks.
Maybe.
Literally.
Yeah. So anyway, I just want to the chicken. He's still on the loose.
He's still,
but
on
nobody.
the loose.
Everybody's seen him apparently, but nobody wants to go wrangle him up. So
the chick is on the loose. I'm a little lover boy there.
I think they're kind of hard to wrangle up.
Can't you catch a chicken rock? You should get on some sweatpants and a sweatshirt and run out there and chase the chicken around.
Chase the chicken. You see it chasing Mike. Mike's running down the sidewalk, the chicken.
You catch it, you run up your 3 steps to your house and put your hands in the air and turn around.
Yeah. So anyway, chicken is out and about still.
Cool.
If you're going to do that, though, I want to video it. It needs to go on our YouTube.
Oh, it has
to.
to.
You're going to chase the chicken.
I'll have to come across him first. I think it'll be a...
Oh, he's going to find you.
He'll be waiting for you tonight when you get home at your house.
Mike pulls up tonight and it's standing there in the driveway.
You're at your door. fumbling with the key, and you hear a noise behind you, and you turn. It's just the chicken standing there staring at you.
I heard you were talking about me.
Open the door, Courtney. Open the door.
She'd be like, "Hold on, let me get my phone.
No!
I'm supposed to record
Yeah,
this."
that's right. Then it's nothing but Courtney.
Pretty soon, I'll be leaving the town. I'll be kicked out.
That's right. All right, was that all
Yep.
you had?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's our chicken update.
The chicken update.
Check in next week, maybe there might be some more.
Well, real quick, this is kind of a gripe, maybe or not. I don't know, but I wanted to talk about. I went to the gas station here in town, Circle K.
Yep.
And went in and was just getting one thing, and I went, and the woman's like, "Oh, here, we're really busy here. You need to come over here." And she kept pushing me. I was like, "Why are you pushing me?" Well, they got a brand new self-checkout at the gas station now. I'm like, I don't want to work at the self-checkout. I don't want to be here. I don't want to do that. No.
Where's it at? I've been because I'm in that gas station all the time. I
Well,
mean,
if you go in, they have the counter sitting there right when you come in, and then they have like a section that has all the lottery stuff in it that's kind of taller.
Yeah.
Right on the other side of it, now they've got that all tore out, and they have a smart scale with a scanner over the top that you can put your food on, and it just tells you what it is. And I got a story that I'm going to relate to that in a second. Or you can scan it. So I saw some kid. He came up, and he's the woman and this man is giving this kid like a tutorial. They're like training him to work. He's just wanting to buy some snacks. I'm like,
you're gonna send me my W-2? I mean,
so he takes his bag of sunflower seeds and he throws it up. Boop. And he pulls it off, and he throws it up. Boop, and he pulls it off. So he went and got him and said, "Excuse me, ma'am." I don't know. He's probably looked like he's about 13.
he just bought 5 bags
He's
of
like,
sunflower
"Excuse me, ma'am." He
seeds.
said, "But this is saying it's $10 worth of jerky." And she's like, "What?" Boop, boop, yeah, $10 worth of jerky. So she scanned it manually, and it came up the right thing. But yeah, the smart scale, not so much.
Not so
Didn't
smart
work.
yet?
Didn't work.
Doug walks up and just automatically rings a Reese's egg. He doesn't even have to put it on there. He
Preloads.
just
Trying. I am trying. Starting this week, I'm trying not to do that.
Now, I can't see if it works right. I can't see that being nice, especially when you got the lady trying to cash in 18, lotto things.
Yeah.
So I can see that in the right scenario being useful, but it has to work right for it to be useful. So
I'm going to imagine that you can't use it to buy like cigarettes, booze,
right,
lottery tickets. So
Can it give me attitude?
Oh, it'll give you attitude.
plenty of attitude.
Yeah. If you throw it up there, maybe I throw up my Reese's and it goes boop. Banana 59 cents. This isn't a banana. No, that's what you should be putting up here on the scale. Banana, not the Reese's. Come on, Lardo.
Ring in my Polar Pop. That's your third one.
I don't need no attitude from you. Just zip it. Put the amount up there. Let me scan and get on my way.
Yeah.
I come in here to buy Polar Pops that I can drink throughout the day, not to get atmosphere from a machine. That all ties into, I had a question I was going to ask last week, but I didn't. I pushed it off
Okay.
for this reason. It said, one of the people were putting things out there. I thought, oh, that's interesting. He says, name 5 items that you would buy that would make the cashier feel uncomfortable. So you have to put together in your cart 5 items to push up there that, like, I don't know.
That would make the cashier uncomfortable?
Yeah, like a bunch of bananas, Vaseline, duct tape, all the 5 items.
The 5 items together.
Yes.
Yeah, see, I was thinking
So
like
5 items that you would buy that would make the cashier uncomfortable.
yeah, I was thinking like rope has got to be in there.
Yeah. Duct tape.
Bleach. But when I put that down, I thought, anymore, I can't find I'm the cashier, so I would have to be making myself uncomfortable. Like, oh, what am I doing
that's
with
easy
this?
enough to do.
Ah,
Yeah,
why am I buying a zucchini? Yeah.
every week going to the grocery store, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Staring at the price, looking back at you.
That is
Oh.
very true. So that was it. I was just wanting to get a little dig in there on the self-checkout.
Oh, yeah.
Self-checkouts are everywhere. You
Here's
can't
the
avoid
thing.
them anymore.
I used to like the self-checkout. I even defended self-checkouts. I would say, you know what? I like them. I like to use them because I can just bypass everybody, go up, scan out my thing. But I'm to the point now where maybe I'm older. I am older. Maybe I'm gripey. Okay, I'm gripey. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I think what it is, I don't like to be forced into it. I want the option because if I have a full cart of stuff, I don't want to do all this myself. scan it all out. I know Walmart's going to start charging you if you use their bags, which I don't know how that's going to work. Yeah, I don't know if that's every Walmart, but I saw an article that said Walmart's going to start charging you if you use your bag. Well, what if I'm scanning? We'll call it even. I'm doing the work of a cashier. We'll just say this is my pay as I get these stupid, flimsy, worthless pieces of garbage bags that you've got up here. I don't know. Okay, I'm gripey. That was my gripe, I guess.
Oh, no, I'm with you on the... I was gripey when they first came out. I mean,
I liked them.
I liked them for one or two items, but I knew where it was going to go. It was going to go with the people who have a shopping cart full and use that to do their entire shopping cart full of stuff.
12 items or less.
Yes.
If you had 13, I should get to come up behind you with a metal rod and just bust it over your back legs.
Well, that's like right now we've got those people who take groceries out to people's cars. Before long, they're going to try to force you into using that too.
Yeah. Well, it'll be a robot bringing them out.
Yeah.
That's
you
coming.
Don't tip them; it'll bash your window out of your car or something.
It'll just bash your window and dump the groceries in and leave.
Well, I think the next logical progression is, you're going to have to unload the truck, and then you're going to have to stock the shelf, and then you can put the item in your cart. I mean, just complete the whole labor chain while
just
you're
do
at
it all yourself.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
And then when you're done, you can drive the truck to
the
next place.
will be doing shopping for the people that are just coming up to get there. Because
it's a complete switch.
It's me and like 3 people over 75 years old are the only ones in the grocery store anymore. No one, everybody else is using their app because they can't get off their fat lazy butt to go and do something.
That's right.
All right.
Well, they're probably eating according to the new food pyramid.
Well, they're getting Grubhub,
which
getting fatter and lazier.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to stop. Go ahead, Greg. Take over.
All right. Well, I've my gripe tonight. I'm back to McDonald's. What? So
that's one we need to have queued up. Yeah. We need to have the audience queued for the what? Yeah.
See, we need to make a It's Funny bingo card for the listeners. They can listen. They've got the Greg gripe about McDonald's.
That one's
Doug
a freebie.
Is talking about a Reese's. Mike talks about his shower beer
or a rooster.
I think you guys bring up the shower beer more now than anything else. But you get
I didn't say why you were talking about it. We were just saying
3 freebies: shower beer, McDonald's, and the Reese's. And then that's a generous bingo card. I do say so myself.
That is.
Yeah, and anyway. Actually, it's kind of a 2-part gripe, and I may have touched on some of this a little before.
This is like the McDonald's menu from the last week. This is gripe 1 and gripe 1A. It's like, oh my god!
No, this is 2 and 2B.
Oh, 2 and 2B.
Yeah.
So or not to be.
Great minds, Mike. Perfect.
I feel like
I'm
a
stereo for the listeners there.
So, when I pull up to the McDonald's drive-thru,
as you're wont to do.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm the only vehicle. I pull up. I'm the only vehicle.
Bad sign. They're not going to be ready for you.
Yeah. I pull up and I sit there. No one ever comes on. And then another car pulls up to the other drive-thru, and I hear the guy, "May I help you?" And it's like, I was here first.
Did you holler at him?
I didn't holler.
You should have hollered. Hey!
I was here first. So
did they have a pallet down you didn't see and you just ran over it? Or
maybe that's it. But I sat there. I mean, it's probably 30 seconds. I mean, it's not a huge amount of time, but long enough.
I want to be disappointed immediately. I don't want to wait 30 seconds to be disappointed.
So, yeah. I mean, I'm sitting there and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. I mean, you know how long that can seem when you're sitting there waiting.
Oh, yeah.
And then, the other car pulls up and immediately the guy, "May I help you?" What happened to me? I was here first.
So my chopped liver?
Yeah. So there was that. And then yesterday, I think it was, I was behind a car in the drive-thru, and my thought was, once you've placed your order at the drive-thru and you pull up to the pay window, there should be no conversation at the pay window.
You would think not.
Well, when you store the order, I mean, you have the total and the order is stored.
Yes, you have the amount. When you get up there, you should have your card or cash ready. There should be handed out. The person gives you change or the card back, and maybe says thank you. That's the extent of the conversation.
Yeah.
This person was, I don't know what they were doing. They were like swapping things out with the cashier. Like,
Was it
I
a
don't know if they had
coupons? Yeah, it's gotta be
cards
coupon.
or
Oh,
Then
that
I
could
saw,
be a whole nother lane.
well, then I saw a dollar bill hanging out, and it's like, is she adding to her order at the window?
Well, you can't do that because the order's stored.
You would think.
Yeah,
But
that is not good.
There should be no conversation at the pay window, and really even at the pickup window. But I do realize sometimes they're okay. Can I have ketchup or things like that? But the pay window is not for conversation. It's you pull up, cash, card, here you go, boom, shoom, you're on your way. This was going back and forth, So like the gripe is either McDonald's or it could have been the lady.
I
too.
think we need a certain Seinfeld character working that window, and if you step out of line at that window, you get sent off.
Yes, the McDonald Nazi.
I wasn't gonna say the word of the podcast, but
Well, they call him
I know.
Soup Nazi on Seinfeld.
I know.
mean, so I know now the podcast will get shut down. And so
yes, you need someone of that caliber working that window, who's you have to have your routine, right? You pull up, you pay, you just hand out your money, whatever,
Yes.
your card, pass
Move
it
to the
back
next
to you,
one.
and you move on.
I want a person
You're
in there
gumming up the work
that
at
is
this point.
trained how to count change. That is
Oh, well, you're already
efficient
done.
with the efficient with
You're
the
done.
credit
Even though
card.
the machine does everything for you.
Yeah, you're done now.
I just couldn't figure out what all the back and forth. And she's like handing her stuff, and then the gal's handing her things back. And then, like I said, I saw a dollar bill, and that was after a couple of other things that happened. And it was like, what are you doing?
You remember not too long ago when we had to pass money through cups?
Yeah, Taco Bell, the COVID cup.
I have that same gripe about people at an ATM too. If I pull up to an ATM, it should be put your card in, hit the button, get cash, and maybe take a receipt and your card back.
Yes.
And
Well,
move
that's all
on.
there is, right? I mean, that's
Oh no, I've seen people go up there. They'll put it. They hit the button. They get a receipt. Then I see them doing some more stuff. Then they're going to make a deposit. I'm like, you don't do this is not a deposit ATM. This is Doug needs $20 or Mike needs to get a $10.
Better yet, fast cash.
Yeah, boom, 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 go.
Yeah.
If you want your receipt, fine. I have no problem getting the receipt, but move on.
Yeah, and I think I griped about it a long time ago. The
Leaving
person
receipts?
who leaves the receipt. You requested the receipt. Why are you leaving it?
yeah.
Take it.
Yep.
Now I saw your balance too. So, all right. So that's my gripe. McDonald's and the people at the drive-through, because the part of it falls on the lady, I think, too.
Just people in general.
Now, the first part where the guy didn't wait on me, but that's on
Do you
McDonald's.
think we'll have these problems once the robot overlords take over and they're working the McDonald's?
Probably.
I think it'll be
Will they
programmed
program
into
them for small talk?
Yeah. Well, they want to keep
Count the change.
they want to keep the experience authentic. So
Well, yeah,
we
the
can't.
kitchen robot will screw up the order.
Yeah.
Act disinterested in the customer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see the goth robot.
They probably have it.
Like, what do you want?
What do you want?
Oh my goodness!
No expression.
All right, was that it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, I am going to move us on to our movie quiz. So what this is,
It's time for Hollywood.
we got.
Da-da-da-da.
There's this website I found, and they give 10 words or less a description of a movie, and we have to guess. So I'm going to do one, just because it's.
I am
easy.
not good at these.
This one. Here's the description, and what we'll do is when I say it, we're going to write it down real quick, lock it in, and that way, so I can't, Mike says the movie, and I say, "Oh, that's what I was going to say." It's like, no, we're going to write it down, but we won't write this one down. This one's just for test. It says, "Cop has worst Christmas ever with estranged wife." You know what that one is? I know.
It's not a good start for me.
Die Hard.
That's
Oh.
what I was thinking.
So it's Die Hard. It's not.
Okay, all right. I'm
was
thinking a little
telling you
too
that
much.
because I think I was overthinking some of
Yeah,
this
wow.
at first too.
yeah, actually, that's what crossed my
No,
mind.
I'm going to do another one. This is for test. I don't know what this one
Oh,
is.
it's a test one?
Yeah, lecturing with corpses. That's all it
What?
says. Lecturing with corpses.
Lecturing with corpses.
I didn't see this movie, so it's 7. But I didn't.
I
see-
never saw that either.
I
didn't see
don't
the movie.
know.
So this will be interesting. We may do terrible. We may do okay.
Oh, I
don't
know
know.
I'll do terrible.
Here we go. Number 1.
All right.
For those of you playing along with us, make
Are
sure
you going to
write
answer
these
each
down.
one as we go? Okay.
And we'll score them. Genius swaps vital information for a story about sheep. And we're going to say 10 seconds. You got to put it down. You locked in?
We're putting the title?
Well, guess in the movie, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, I guess if you want to put like subtitles or however you want to do it.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, you got one, Mike? Here we go. Greg?
Oh, I have no idea, but I said Silence of the Lambs.
I said Silence of the
Okay,
Lambs.
I didn't put anything.
And it is Silence of the Lambs.
Ding, 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 ding.
So Greg got one and Doug got one.
Had not
Mike's
seen that
out.
movie.
Okay, world's best theme park becomes world's worst theme park. Oh, I know this one.
Man, I'm not going to do well here.
Shoot, there's a title. Crap.
You should know this one, Mike. You're going to be very disappointed.
World's best theme park
Becomes world's worst theme park.
Oh,
Let's fire it up. Ready? Mike, you got anything?
No.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
And it is. It says Jurassic World, but it says we will take Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So me and Mike was like, your favorite movie. I was like, oh, come on. You got to get that one.
I was trying to think of like Final Destination
Oh,
or
my
something.
goodness.
I thought about that with the roller coaster,
Yeah.
but
Okay, here we go. All this says is one person is killed with a chainsaw. I have no idea.
Ooh, so
I'm going to put down a guess. I have no idea.
one person,
Yep. I'm locked in. Ready?
I guess.
Mike?
I said Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I also said
I
Texas
did
Chainsaw
too.
Massacre. And it is Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Massacre would be
Yes.
more than one.
Yes, it would.
Well,
So
it was
we all get-
technically
I've never
one.
seen it.
Well, Leatherface, I think there was only one person killed with a chainsaw.
Okay, ready? The face of William Shatner is the face of pure evil.
Oh, I know this one.
Oh, shoot. Shoot. I just heard something about this today.
All right, ready? Lock her in.
No, I'm not ready.
We got counting down 5 seconds.
I took 2 blanks on the first.
Yes, you did.
I don't know.
Okay, here we go. Mike?
Halloween.
Halloween.
I got
Halloween.
Yeah.
So Mike gets
Mike
one,
Myers.
I get
not what
one.
I was thinking of. Okay.
Oh my! Man shags woman, then ruins her daughter's wedding. I have no idea. So he shags this woman, and then he ruins her daughter's wedding. I'm gonna have to take a big old blank on this one. I got nothing.
I have a guess, but I'm sure it's not
Say,
right.
I'm out. I got nothing. Okay.
I don't know. I got
It's an
nothing.
old movie.
I put 4 weddings and a funeral.
The Graduate.
Oh,
Oh, I had seen that, but it's been a while.
you saw that?
Yeah. It's got the Sound of Silence in it, right?
Yeah.
Sound of Garfunkel?
Yeah. Yeah, not the
Oh,
disturbed
here we go.
one.
I have naked Austrian pursues mother and child and is a hero. I know what it is.
I think I do too.
Okay.
I think.
All right, ready? You locked in?
I got nothing.
Nothing? I'm going to say Terminator.
Yep, that's what I got.
Oh, Terminator 2. He's the hero in Terminator 2. So I'm going to take
Can
a
we
loss.
get a half point?
No. I'm going to say
Wait,
we
I
took
got
I
Terminator
put
in it.
Terminator. I'm taking a loss on that one too.
I think we should get a half point. We said Terminator. We got part of the title.
But that's a different movie.
We took Jurassic Park when it said Jurassic World.
It said Jurassic Park as well.
Well, I don't care what it says.
This is the rules of the. These are the official rules from the website.
Greg don't care.
Okay, estate agents are the worst.
What?
Estate agents are the worst.
Estate
like ESTAT
agents
E. Estate
are the
agents are the
worst.
worst. I don't know. I'm put something down, but
I have.
you locked in,
Yeah.
Mike?
I got nothing again.
I have no idea. I just put Men in Black.
I put the Matrix, but I don't know. So let's see what it says. Glenn Ross. So I never saw that movie.
I think it's.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay. Man waits for bus and talks a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's I know that one.
Finally.
Locked in? Mike, give us the
That's Forrest Gump.
Ding, 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 ding.
Forrest Gump it is.
Yeehaw.
Man, it's been a while since any of us had gotten it.
Well, we had Terminator, but
Except that wasn't the movie. Mentally,
I bet he was naked in that movie.
he was. But he was not the hero.
Oh, man.
That's the difference. Totally different. He was the bad guy in the first one, hero in the second.
Did it say hero?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it said he.
No.
Mother
you
and
focused
son.
on nudity. I said, and hero.
Arnold.
Mentally challenged magician befriends mouse and dies horribly. These are hard. Who? I don't know what this
Befriends
website is.
mouse and dies.
Digitalspy.com. Okay. All right, let's try to...
Say that one again.
Mentally challenged magician befriends mouse and dies horribly. I got to guess. I don't know. He's not a magician. Ready? Lock it in.
I don't know.
Man, I don't know either.
I put Of Mice and Men. Green Mile.
Oh,
Yep, I forgot.
it's a good movie.
Yep.
So we're going back to back Tom Hanks movies on there?
Man, I guess.
Elderly man persuades young boys to go on foreign journey.
I feel like this one I shouldn't have seen. Elderly man persuades
young boys to go on foreign journey.
foreign journey.
Wow, this is a...
I'm out. I don't know that one.
I want to guess something, but I'm out too.
Yeah,
I've
I
got
don't
nothing.
know.
Nothing clicks.
I can't even think of something to put in there.
What is it?
Lord of the Rings, Fellowship.
Oh,
of the
come on. I knew, I figured it had to be something like that, like something really obvious. It's just, I don't get that.
Here we go. Industrialist puts hobbies to violent use in an animal costume.
oh, shoot. I had a guess until that part.
In an animal costume.
I don't know. I got a guess, but
Say it again.
industrialist puts hobbies to violent use in an animal costume.
I can't think of any animal ones.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The
I
animal
don't-
part threw me off, but I was going to say Jigsaw or, Saw.
Yeah.
Well,
The Saw
say
movies.
it.
That's my guess.
Okay.
but-
I got nothing.
I got Batman. Batman Begins.
oh, my gosh.
So I won't take that one either because it was Batman Begins. But Batman.
Gosh dang it.
Small town cop overcomes fear of water by unconventional means. This, I don't even. Small town cop overcomes fear of water by unconventional means. I'm trying to think of a movie where a small town cop was afraid of water.
I have a guess.
Well, put it down.
I don't know. This is probably what
I got nothing on
I
that
don't
one.
know.
All right, go ahead.
oldie Jaws.
Oh.
Jaws.
Oh, my gosh.
Good job.
Wow. I kind of remember
I don't
the
remember him
cop
being afraid of water.
but I what was it? His unconventional means? I guess getting on the boat and going out with him?
Fighting a
Or-
giant shark.
I guess.
I guess.
mean,
Wow.
interesting. That was a very lucky guess.
See, my brain cannot take the synopsis and translate that to the movie.
All right. Man organizes break-in recursively. No, I looked up recursively.
It means to do over again.
Yes. So for anybody out there who wasn't familiar or wasn't sure, it means repeating the process over and over and applied with this, as an input in the succeeding stages. So, man organizes break-in recursively.
I have a guess, but I don't remember the.
I don't
Really?
have a guess, so go ahead.
There's a movie. The movie I'm thinking of, Looper.
I don't think this is right, but I put Ocean's 11 or Ocean's 12 or whatever.
That's what I thought of right after I said I don't have a guess, but Inception. See, I didn't see Inception.
Yeah.
Been a long time.
Looper
since I've seen
similar.
that.
Here we go. Arguing around a table for 90 minutes.
Arguing around a table
I got a guess.
for 90 minutes. Let's see. Arguing around a table. Arguing around a table.
I don't know.
I got nothing.
Lock it in.
Nothing.
I put 12 Angry Men.
I've never seen that.
12 Angry Men.
Yeah, I haven't
See, I
seen
haven't
it
seen
either.
that.
All right. Last one. War hero reluctantly joins the family business. I think I know this one.
The family business.
Yep.
War hero joins the family business. Nothing.
Nothing?
Nope, not clicking.
I'm going to make you an offer.
Oh.
You can't refuse. The Godfather.
I have never seen The Godfather.
You have never seen The Godfather?
Nope. I have not.
That or Spinal Tap? What is wrong? How have you never even accidentally seen The Godfather? It's
I
on
just haven't.
like every other week. It's on TV. I'm flipping through The Godfather's on again.
I know. Have not seen it.
We need to come up. See, we need to come up with a list of movies that men need. These are movies you need to watch. You should have watched this. By the time you're 60, these are movies you should have seen.
Didn't.
That's on the list.
There's a number on here I hadn't seen, but
All right.
man,
Excuse me. Well, here we go.
that's embarrassing.
Mike got 3. Good job, Mike. Way to go. That's good. Greg got it 5. And I got 7. Greg and I were all knotted up till those last two.
Those last two, yeah.
pulled it out.
Yeah.
I was worried. I'm like, I don't know.
Now, if this had comedies on it,
See, it doesn't
I'd
tell
be
me,
in the running.
and it doesn't tell me what kind of movies. I'll try. We'll try to find another one.
Well,
of these
there
do
was
in a
a-
couple months and see.
I mean, I've heard of basically all of these movies
Yeah.
before.
I hadn't seen them all.
Yeah. There was some variety in here in genre.
Yeah, there was some. Yeah, it was a good.
My brain just doesn't work like that.
Well, there's such a vast array of movies too. To try to filter that down to the movie, that's
Yeah,
hard.
it is
funny,
hard.
when you guys would say your guess, I'm just like, oh, now I see it. But
Yeah,
It is hard. It is hard. All right. Well, let's move on to some technology talk.
maybe if I had a robot to
TikTok.
help me with some of those, I might
Or a
be able to
pigeon.
do all right. A pigeon?
You might be able to get by with a pigeon. This is actually a little bit older story. I was looking up some tech stuff. This came across. Somebody commented about it. But Chinese scientists have created cyborg pigeons.
No.
What could go wrong?
Oh my gosh.
They're remote control. What they do is they implant a chip in the brain. So they take and cut open the pigeon's brain on top and put this chip in there. It's solar powered. And they said it's 80 to 90% accurate. And they're able to control the pigeon for about 2 hours before the battery runs dead. And it has, they have to wait for it to charge up.
and then the pigeon's back on his own power.
I
then?
guess. But like, this is
The pigeon's like, what the heck?
this is a horrible idea. What is? I don't know what the application is for this in the real world.
Well, I think we've covered that before, honestly. I mean, they're literally making the birds aren't real.
Yes,
I
they
mean,
are.
it's literally going to be an army of
And I like
government drones. I mean, like, literally that's what it's going to be.
And I like that's 80 to 90% accurate. It's
Well-
that 10 to 20% where it's not. That's where I'm concerned.
Now, what they say is that you can use them like in search and rescue and stuff. But I don't know how
I'm sure that's
Why do you
number
need to do a
one.
pigeon?
use.
We have drones.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Unless
Yeah.
you can control these pigeons and fly them into the engine of a jet or something when they take off. And wasn't that convenient? Look,
Yeah.
that jet went down. And,
landing on someone's porch.
Yeah.
Keeping tabs on
yeah.
people.
Oh, it's just a bird. We can continue talking about our secret society or whatever.
Right. I mean, I like how in all
It's
these
the
things
pigeon's little red eye goes zooms in
Yeah.
on you.
you
Like,
hear it.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Yeah, I like how they always for these things they put the the goal that or the thing that everyone can get behind. Search and rescue.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't want people to get lost.
Yeah,
would
the
you?
innocent
For the
stuff.
children.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, come on. I'm sure you're going to be doing
Safety
lots
and
of search
education.
rescue.
That's what we're doing here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they've been working on this for several years, and they've got it down,
Why am I
mastered
not
down, where
surprised?
they can control the bird. It says very well for 80 to 90% accurate for up to 2 hours now. And they even put a little battery. The battery's only good for about 45 minutes. So they said that's outdoor if it's got good sunlight.
And what does that mean?
And at what distance are they controlling it from? Does the bird go outside of that distance and then it's off?
I don't know how long the radio signal works. I didn't really get into that. It just was. It's probably all.
And then
top
all these
secret.
poor pigeons are flying around with chips in their head.
And what happens when the pigeons become aware that they don't have agency?
Yeah.
What happens then?
You thought them crapping on your car was the worst thing they could do.
Oh.
Just wait.
Wait till the Terminator pigeon comes up.
Yeah.
The cyborg. All right, this next story. It was here. Let's give a little.
We have the technology. We have the capability. Better, stronger, faster.
The Bionic Man. We're going to build it better, stronger, faster. Also from China. The headline's what drew me in. Bionic penis restores erections in pigs, which I didn't know was a big problem, that we had to put a whole team of people working on it.
Yeah, I don't. Give the pigs Viagra. And let's,
I don't know why you want to do that. It says that inspired by natural and unique strain adaptive properties of a tissue that forms the outer sheath of mammalian penis, scientists in China have created an artificial penile implant. So basically, it's to help people that has damaged their male member.
or if your pig has.
Or if your pig has. Yeah. So
I read that article and I was like, I was so confused by the time
Well, yeah, after about one paragraph, it gets into a lot of technical jargon, and I have no idea. I do like there is the little diagram where it shows the little phallic pictures of soft and flexible, hard and strong. It's like, okay, I get what that's doing. I don't need the picture. I understand that. But you know what? I used to be afraid of sharks. I thought sharks would be the worst animal in the world. Now it's kind of I'm kind of afraid of a penis with a pig with a bionic penis.
We got pigs. I mean, we got chickens. We got.
What if they marry this up with the remote control technology of the pigeon?
Oh my gosh!
No. Would you rather fight? No, I'm not fighting the pig at all, ever.
Yes.
I'm taking whatever animal there is. I will fight it. I'm not fighting the pig.
I want nothing to do with the
bionic
pig.
male member.
Oh my gosh!
There's a lot of bad ways to die, but that would not be a good way to go. That is not good. But yeah, the most of the article, it went way over my head. But basically, and I think it's got applications not just for that, but for other areas of muscular.
They just picked that one.
I thought. Well, they knew people would.
Let's see. What do we need to test this out on?
And how did they damage the pigs? Like whack. Oh.
Hey, pig, come over here.
And now he's got a bionic one? I don't know what's happening.
Man.
But
and the lab rats are going, hey, it wasn't us.
yeah.
Well, the lab rats are like, hey, what can we do for something?
Because
like
those
this?
poor guys have been getting everything, for many years.
The lab rats, it's like, how fast can we kill these things, more or less, for each experiment? It's like, hey, can we please get one of these every once in a while?
Yeah. That's got to be a bad thing to experiment on, though, there with the pigs. I mean, that's not a good thing to go. I don't know if like, well, you've damaged your male member, but we've got a way to make it bionic. Okay. I'm going out for a nice romantic dinner, and everything's looking good. And then, I don't know. I had. Sorry, I had to do that.
The bionic man. Bionic
man.
pig.
Go gadget. Oh, no, that's not it. But, yeah, the bionic male member. All right. Staying now, kind of getting more robotic, but still in the technology sector. This Canadian company, and this was out in, I think, San Francisco is where they were studying this, but they have a self-driving stroller for parents.
Babies in there.
You don't even have to touch it. You just push, it just takes off and follows you around.
Boy, in San Francisco, I hope it's got brakes,
Well,
too.
you would think so.
There's some serious hills out
And
there.
then also it said it utilizes artificial intelligence for navigation and guidance. And it
Most
costs,
people are using artificial intelligence right now.
I think some people could use artificial intelligence. It starts up around $3,300, which is kind of pricey.
A tad.
But, you can't be expected to push that stroller all over the place.
It's not like, we haven't done that for however long,
It says it's loaded with motors and sensors. It's nearly 30 pounds and can drive itself. But it did say this, when not occupied. So if you put the baby in it, it's not just going to take yet would be my
Yeah.
That's what I would say. They didn't say that. But how long is it until they're like, oh, yeah, we're going to just put the baby in and we'll just walk. And pretty soon I'll just put the baby in. It'll just take it by itself and it'll just come back. I can't afford
Well, you
to
could
get
send
off
your
the
pigeon
sofa.
along to watch
That's right.
for a couple hours at least.
Fly around with it, and I keep my eye on it. Because it has a maximum speed of 4 miles per hour. I wouldn't trust my kid in this stroller.
But why would you need the stroller if your kid isn't in it? Why would you need it to move on its own in the first place?
Because it's saying, well, if the child's upset, you pick it up and you're carrying it. Now you don't have to worry about carrying it with one hand and pushing the stroller with another.
I guess.
I think they've been making golf bag like that for a long time.
Call that the
club-
stroller caddy.
Yeah. Your clubs follow you. Your baby follows you around.
Yeah. How far are we from that movie Megan that just is coming out where they create a synthetic,
babysitting-
artificial, intelligent doll that takes care of the child and goes rogue? We're not very far from that.
No, we're not.
No.
This is a cross between Megan and Christine coming up right here.
Because I think every robot movie I've ever seen, they go bad.
They do.
Yeah.
Well, it's as soon as
Cyborg movie, anything.
as soon as they
Artificial
gain the
intelligence.
agency, that's
Yeah.
when it's
yeah.
over.
They're done.
Yeah. Well, supposedly they'll never be able to.
No.
No.
The name of this is called the Posh Pushy. The Posh Pushy. It sounds like some kind of a bra or something.
Yeah.
I got my wife the Posh. I'm not even going to say it. 'Cause I'm gonna,
You sound
really
like
gonna say
you sound like
something
you sound like somebody on James Bond. Posh pushy.
pushy. It's pushy. Yes, you got to be very careful.
Yes, you might
may
say a
want to
bad
change
word.
that name. I don't. I'm just.
Oh man.
I'm throwing that out there. You got to be very careful. Somebody yells, "Hey, I like your Posh Pushy." Hey, buddy, I don't appreciate the way you talk to my wife. Like, what? I'm talking about your stroller. Like, oh, okay, sure.
Oh man.
But yeah, so anyway. All right, and then CE, what was it? CSE?
Yes.
No, CES.
CES, yeah.
Was out. They had a bunch of robots from CES. They have a barista one. They have one. It kind of looks like what was that Disney movie with the big white?
Oh,
robot?
it looks like Big Hero 6.
Yeah, it does.
Baymax.
Yeah,
Baymax,
Baymax.
yeah.
And he's mixing up all kinds of drinks. I mean, they had all kinds of. They had one, and I didn't put the video.
Giving
out
the
there,
patrons advice.
but they had a robot. They had the boba robot. It cost $4,500, and they showed videos of it making. And it makes the drink, and it does fancy little designs in there with the cream and stuff. And
Did they have a man bun?
no, it did not.
That's a manual add-on later.
Yeah. Addition. Options.
Yeah.
Getting very pretentious.
Yes. You can get the man bun. You can get purple hair.
The goth. We have
Yeah.
a variety of skins that you can get for
Yes.
it.
Lip
But-
rings.
When it comes to the price of these people, they're going to start doing these because they're pricing themselves out of entry level jobs.
I mean, for $4,500, it's not a bad trade off for
Doesn't get sick.
one-time payment.
Doesn't take vacations.
Yep.
But I think what these businesses are, you're missing out.
Until it gains agency and it wants to go to
until it
Florida.
kills you.
And that's going to be out protesting out front for $20 an hour.
How much money you're going to save till it just kills you one day? Stuffs you inside the drink.
Sticks your head in the fry vat.
Yeah.
But there's also a cafe in Dubai that has a robotic barista.
What?
But it looks like a woman. They modeled it after some European model, and it looks like her, kind of.
There you go. There's your movie connection there. So
Yeah, it's a little creepy.
Yep.
It's called Donna Cyber, the cafe supermodel. But it says, she'll serve up the drinks, and she also does chit chat. That is just weird. I don't want.
No.
I want the robots looking like a robot, like they came in from Central Casting on Star Wars. I don't want them looking like a supermodel coming in and.
See, and I know if it's a supermodel and they're chatting with me, it's a robot. Because a real supermodel would not be chatting with me.
Well, the real supermodel's probably not going to be working at Starbucks.
You never know.
You never know, but times are tight. Times are tough. But yeah, it's just weird. It's very creepy. I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan. And I think these businesses, though, when you get this technology, that it's great. But if they start going to this, kind of like with the kiosk and stuff, you're losing some of that interaction with your customers and the personability of it. I like the personality of going up, and as long as now there's some of the employees I've just soon deal with a robot.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's also Brillo, who is a bartender. And they got him. He looks kind of weird. He's got real long arms, but he's got a human face and a little bow tie.
Does he say, hey, you want to come to my pad?
But it says he'll mix drinks.
pad.
He also does chit-chat. And it says that he'll remember your drink and remember your conversations. Be like, that's a little creepy.
Yeah, see,
hey, Mike, how's things going?
Brillo here, he's one that kind of haunts me. Like, he's kind of that awkward middle ground where he's like not quite full-on robot looking, but he's not quite. They tried to put the weird head on him.
Yeah.
And it just makes it so much worse. It really does.
So you won't be replacing your bartender in your shower then for this. For those that don't know, Mike enjoys a shower beer once in a while. Brillo, I don't know if you can get him wet. See, that might be a problem. He gets wet, he malfunctions.
Yeah, sorry, I was
Who
just
knows what he's going to try to
checking
open
off the shower beer space there.
Alliteration, though. Brillo, the bathroom bartender.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like he gives me the heebie-jeebies there. Because those arms, man, he's got some reach. You're not running away from Brillo or Brio, whatever.
He may think he's opening a long neck bottle, and pretty soon you're up for the bionic male member. How did you injure yourself? But my robot went nuts.
Brillo got me.
Literally.
You went nuts.
I like how they're making all these robots and they're making them single-use purposes. Like, this one's a barista. This one's a... couldn't they be like multi-use? This one's a barista, a house cleaner, a car detailer.
Well, these here don't have legs, so they're kind of like mounted in one spot. So they just have a
well, then they can't get me then.
Yeah. So they crawl around.
Well, so Brillo can reach you halfway across the bar.
Yes, he has very long arms that are jointed all over the place.
I'm sure his grip strength is very strong.
I'm sure it is.
Very odd.
They'll get wheels under him soon.
Yeah.
I also saw they had a video that was connected. I didn't put that out there, I forgot, but they had a video connected with this, and it was talking about different things and AI and robots, and so I was watching it, and then it kind of went into another video, and it says, "Will robots ever replace soldiers?" I thought, but they were showing, and we've seen them before. These robots that are doing like parkour. They had one that was set up. I'm not kidding you. It looked like the American Ninja set, and it was doing it with like stomping where they had the angled platforms, and it's jumping from one to one, and it jumps up on top of another thing, flips over. They had one that had a gun, and it was shooting, and then they would take and they would hit it with 2x4s and push it down and stuff, and it would just get back up and shoot. I'm like,
well, of course they do.
But I meant you couldn't like stop. They were trying to like.
Oh, I know.
Like, why would you? This is not a good idea.
Well, those will pair very nicely with the platoon of sniper dogs.
Yeah.
They'll provide nice cover.
Well, I thought they had those sniper dogs and somebody put wheels on it because, it's not fast enough now.
Yeah.
So it could walk still, or it could just
see,
make
so
the
you
wheels
snap
roll.
Brillo on top of one of those.
You're
now
in
you
for
got
some,
legs and wheels.
some close quarters melee combat. Brillo is your guy. That's for sure.
I also saw on Boston Dynamics Instagram page, they were showing different things about the robots. I think I showed Mike where they were working, they had a face that looked real and working with facial expressions.
It's terrifying.
It's just not good. I like what Mike said. Like, what if it glitches out? It's gone rogue. It's killing you, but its face is like smiling and like laughing. It's like, I want you at least to look menacing, not like, hi, because it's breaking my leg. Oh, why are you doing
That was
this?
fun.
I'm going to kill you.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, that's all I had with those. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you had down on the outline, we're doing, technology and robots. But this is more down the couple of technology thoughts I had. One is I saw a video today. They're all big into the EV cars and stuff now.
Oh, yeah.
I saw a time trial of a rail dragster it was a battery operated rail dragster that did 200 miles an hour in a quarter mile.
Jeez.
But it sounded like a drill when it took off. It's like the tires are spinning and it's just, it's like they're running a hand drill. That is not going to be fun to go to the drag races and listen to that.
No, it is not.
The crowd, I can't imagine the crowd getting amped up about these cars that sound like.
Part of that experience too is like, you sit there off the side, and you feel the heat, and everything when they race past, and
this just, I don't know, man. It's like I watched it and I was like, that is going to be some really boring drag races. so there was that. And then
everyone, if they're similar, if they're made comparatively, they're all going to end like basically the same result every time.
Yeah. It's like they're going to make them to the maximum power that they can. There's not a lot of factors involved, probably.
Right.
So
program it to go on green.
Yeah. I'll stick Brillo in there and let him drive it.
Oh boy.
Brillo is multifunctional. He can. So then the other thing is I read where, and this is this kind of a gripe / technology. I read where Portillo's is no longer taking cash at their drive-thrus. They only take cards now.
Yeah.
Now, first off, cash is our American currency. I think everyone should be required to take cash still until it's deemed that it's not our currency. I think they should be required to take cash. Saying that, most of the time I use card, but I just want to be able to use cash if that comes up. So,
well, Greg, you just lowered your social credit score right there, so you better.
I probably did.
Yeah.
So, the thing that really that I thought more about that then, because now we're tying back in McDonald's. Sunday, I was driving past the McDonald's in Pekin. Well, actually, I was going to go and get a drink at the McDonald's in Pekin, and I pulled up. Both lanes had cones across them. Both drive-through lanes.
We are not helping anyone through the drive-through.
And I'm like,
okay,
all right, I got to find out what's going on here. So I parked and went in the building because it was open. And I go in and she goes, all of our systems are down. We can't take any orders. So that got me thinking about,
wait till the robots take over.
Yes. Because we're all so reliant on all these, the credit card machines and the cash registers and all this. No, these are down. They can't take any orders. And once these robots take over and they decide they don't want to serve you or we're going to just take everything down.
In a much older episode, we talked about even over in Paris, they had now it was kind of supposedly like an art exhibit thing that they put up, but they had a robotic strip tease or burlesque show.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine what's going to happen when the guys go in there and I'm sorry, our systems are down. No show today.
Yeah.
There's going to be a riot with those guys.
I've got cash.
We don't take cash.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So with a robot stripper, you just when she comes to the edge of the stage, you just slide a credit card in and back out.
Insert
or she got just credit
slot.
cards.
Yeah.
Credit cards just hanging out of her outfit. And
Maybe. It's like tap pay on your phone. You just, yeah.
Fresh. And then Brillo comes over and pounds you into the ground.
Yeah. Robot bouncers.
Yeah.
Brillo would definitely be.
Brillo has become my multifunctional robot for everything now. I like Brillo.
Standing out front with the velvet rope. Not on the list.
Yeah, you're not on the list.
Not on the list.
Come on, let me in, Brillo.
With those arms, man, you'll literally be tossed out.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. All right. Was that it, or did you have
Yeah, that was it.
Mike, did you have anything
Yeah, I
else?
did have one story here. My wife had sent this one to me. The article is titled, AI-powered robot lawyer will be the first of its kind to represent defendant in court.
Oh, my God.
So, if we don't have enough of them serving coffee and bartending and strip teasing, they can be in our judicial system now, So a robot lawyer powered by AI is going to be helping a defendant fight a traffic ticket in court next month. Josh Browder, CEO of Do Not Pay, said his company's AI creation runs on a smartphone. It listens to the court arguments and formulates responses for the defendant. So the AI lawyer is going to tell the defendant what to say in real time through headphones.
Tell him to try the glove on.
Does the glove fit? Oh man, it says so. This firm has already used AI-generated form letters and chat bots. So basically, why can't we take that and put it in the courts and hey, let's just have them duke it out in court with the robot. So
are they still charging you the regular lawyer hourly rate, or do I get like a discount
Crypto.
rate?
Yeah, crypto. I don't know, man. It just seems crazy to me. Like pretty soon, they'll start out with the lawyers and then the attorneys.
Oh,
and
it'd be everything.
prosecutors will be next,
Yeah.
and then the judge and
Yeah.
the jury is going to become
The
all
First Circuit
robot.
Court of L.A. County.
And when they say the
Judge
first-
Brillo.
When they say the First Circuit Court, it's going to be literally on a circuit. It's going to be a
Great
circuit
bartenders
court.
running everything. in
That's
this-
right.
this
I've turned him
fantasy
into-
world.
When Brillo, when he hits the, gavel,
Police, he's the
Yeah.
judge,
He's everything.
the bouncer at the strip club. He's everything. He's all of it. I've got.
He's even a rock star, I
He's a
think.
rock
He plays
star.
guitar. He's,
well, Brillo, he makes the
Well,
gavel.
he tracks the keys.
yeah, well,
Oh, obviously.
easily, yeah.
He makes a ruling in his case. The gavel, man, you know when that gavel's hit.
They have to reinforce the desk.
Yeah. So I did think it was funny in here too. So it says some courts allow defendants to wear hearing aids. Some versions may be Bluetooth enabled, and that's how this whole technology thing got started. Apparently, in the first place. And then there's even legal challenges if this robot lawyer would even be allowed, legally to defend their client. So I don't know.
It's getting out of hand.
It said the tech isn't legal in most courtrooms, but some states require that parties consent to be recorded, which rules out the possibility of a robot lawyer entering many courtrooms. And it said of the 300 cases that this company had considered for a trial of its robot lawyer, only 2 of them.
Trial.
Yeah. It's a subscription only 2 of them it said were feasible. So may not be there yet, but someday robots are going to be running everything before too long. I think.
Yes, they are.
Crazy.
It's only see, we cover these stories, and then I'm thinking, you know what? What's next? Is it the aliens? I think when we cover the robots scare me more because the robots are more immediate. I think
They're
than
more
everything
immediate, and
else.
there's some out there already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want Greg's Brillo world. I
don't
don't
either.
want that.
I don't either.
I don't either, but I'm embracing Brillo since we've talked about it.
Greg's like he's putting his chips in on Brillo just
Yeah.
in case. Hedging the
Well, I
bet.
want to be friendly with at least one in case,
Yeah.
You're hoping you'll be their pet or something.
I need,
Brillo.
well, you getting good with him, he might, help me out.
So big and strong.
Help me, Brillo.
You're a hero.
Maybe we should pit up Brillo against Puffy Bear. Who do you think would win on that?
Oh, Brillo.
It's gotta be Brillo.
It's Brillo.
Yeah.
Brillo is intimidating.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to give Brillo much lip. All right.
man.
Well, if you're all done there, we'll move
Yeah.
into the kind of the last segment here. We're going to talk. I heard this on the news, and I thought, I don't know. We'll get into this. The pediatricians, I should say, rather, are recommending
Dr. Brillo at your service.
That's coming next. Weight loss drugs and surgery for children with obesity. And I thought, you have got to be kidding. It's not. Okay. So let's see what it says. And they're saying that children as young as 12 who are struggling with obesity can be given, they're recommending medication now for weight loss. And then children as young as 13 can even have surgical options now to help battle obesity. It doesn't say how much obesity
what is
they
the
have,
obese
what is
weight?
it. But still, 12 and 13 is young.
Yes.
And if you listen to any of these commercials on TV, every time they give them, there's 10 seconds of the actual drug and some catchy little tune from some 60s or 70s pop song that they've rewritten. And then 50 seconds of all the horrible things that's going to happen
exactly
to
what
you.
I wrote, the side effects.
For how long? If you start taking it at 12, what is going to be? What's your body going to look like at 22 or 32 or 42? What is this going to do 30 years of taking this? Because in the scenario on the commercials, most of the time, it's older people, and you're like, well,
Yeah.
you know, let's say they got 30 years of life, so okay, let's weigh how the drug could help them versus how it could harm them, and pick the best path. Then okay, there's more good than bad, then we'll put them on it. Not a 12-year-old. I don't remember. I don't know. As a kid, and I'm old, but as a child, I do not remember obese children. I mean, I just don't.
I mean, there were some
Not
kids were
obese.
heavier than others. Well, it depends on what they're calling obese. I mean, I definitely knew some heavier kids. I mean, in school.
But the fat kid when I was in school would just be like a normal kid now. It's not like, I mean, I don't remember like the real big fat kids that were in school. I mean, that you'll see kids now, like they're big. And
see, it's a mix.
I am going to preface this. We are not medical experts. We don't disperse medical information. And I need to lose 30 pounds. Okay. These are things I'm preaching to the choir with me. I need to lose 30 pounds. So I'm not going into it with that.
I've got some Ozempic for you right here.
Ozempic. But I just got to thinking though, when we were kids, I don't remember that many kids that were overweight.
Well, it's interesting too, because I read this and I agree with it, except for sometimes when I'm out and about, I see a group of teenagers. I think the food has been, because some of these dudes are like 6'4" and they're ripped. So you see both ends of the spectrum. I think there is definitely a lot of obesity in the youth, but there's still a lot of big ripped dudes as well.
I know you've heard this and on a podcast, and so did I, and I kind of agree with it. There's not that middle ground though. There's either people that the kids that are just, you know, they're athletes and they're ripped, or they're overweight. There's not a lot of just like normal kids.
See, when I was growing up, I was somewhere kind of in that middle because I had my growth spurt, if that's what you want to call it, really early on. So, I mean, by the time I was in 8th grade, I was done growing more or less. So I was bigger at the time in grade school, just size-wise, than like most of the other kids there. But then I stopped growing. Like I had like taken off there for a little bit and then stopped. So like I think kind of growing up, I was kind of in that middle ground where I was bigger than some kids size-wise, but also not I wasn't jacked or anything by any means.
See, in grade school and junior high, and even like my freshman year, I was small. I didn't have a growth spurt until I got into high school. I was skinny. I was small. I was always one of the shortest kids, and small. Yeah. I could eat whatever I want. I mean, I didn't struggle with weight. Now, my mom, we didn't have a lot of junk. I wanted it. We just didn't have it. I mean, Mom, we'd have cookies and different things, but she doled it out like, okay, you would get a snack cake in your lunch, one, and then a sandwich and some chips. We get home from lunch, I'm hungry. We can have four Oreos or whatever, Hydrox or whatever the generics were. And if you were still hungry, then get you a piece of cheese or some celery. Like,
yeah,
I'm not. I don't want that. And she said, well, then you must not be hungry. We're going to have supper pretty soon. Like, oh. And so that was it. But I don't know. I wonder if some of this, we've gotten rid of some of what would have stopped this when is bullying. We've gotten rid of bullying. If you were heavy when you were back in the day, when I went to school, It was already hard in grade school if you were just normal, because it doesn't matter. They're going to pick on you. I got picked on because I was the shortest, so I always got picked on. And I wasn't short by like a foot shorter than other people. It was a couple inches, but it was like, oh, look how short you are. It's like, well, you're like 3 inches taller than me, so it's not like you're a giant. It doesn't matter. They're going to pick on you, but that
So what Doug's
stopped you.
saying is, let's bring bullying back into the school, and we will be all set.
I don't know that it was a necessarily horrible thing.
Unless you were the one getting bullied.
I got bullied.
I had to put my shirt tail in. Come on.
I didn't get bullied like Greg. I'm not dressing up in a tie, but no. But another thing, I mean, we had recess, we had PE, you had the president's
Reese's
physical
or recess?
Recess.
Oh, okay.
I wanted Reese's, but I didn't, and it's Reese's, I think. Reese's.
Reese's.
We had recess, PE, and the presidential fitness thing. You had to do that.
I hated that.
Mm-hmm.
I think now it's.
Did the president really push that out there?
Oh yeah, I remember Gerald Ford coming to our school, climbing the rope.
Hey, you're doing the physical fitness test. Put these pegs in those holes up there.
I just missed Lincoln. He was busy on his book tour, but
Well, he was probably at the holiday thing in Pekin.
yeah, he was on that tour, so I just missed him. But
I think now there's so much process.
I did the vice presidential one.
nah, the requirements
Sorry,
were
go ahead.
That wasn't
requirements
very
were just a little bit below
good.
the
Nobody
president.
cared about the vice president one.
More ceremonial than anything.
Yes.
That's right. But there's just so much processed foods now and everything.
Well, and the other thing, too-
grains and sugars is in everything. Everything.
And even going off the food part of it, you combine that with screens galore, cell phones, tablets, games,
Grubhub,
TVs.
you don't even have to. It's not even like I don't even have to get up. I can just sit here, get this app, hit the button, and they will bring me the food.
Yeah. Or you can get in your car, drive to the grocery store, and they'll bring it out for you and stick it in your car.
Well, if you don't want to drive to the store, they can deliver
Well,
it. to
they
your
will.
house,
They'll bring it to
too.
you. Will they put it in your fridge or your cabinets?
Probably
Actually,
one day.
I think that I have heard that like Walmart or Amazon, one of them will put your stuff away. How lazy! It's like, oh, okay, whatever.
Hey, Brillo.
Brillo.
The delivery driver cannot get out of there fast enough when they see Brillo walking out.
I don't blame him. I would be freaked out if Brillo was there. All right. Well, all this brought kind of ties into they have the new food pyramid. Came out last year, kind of towards the end of the year, but I didn't hear a lot about it until after.
Yeah, until
Christmas
recently.
and after the New Year's. But out in Tufts, they've changed it to the food compass, I think, instead of the food pyramid.
Yeah,
which
something like that.
I don't know. But some of the stuff on it, a little suspect to me. A little suspect.
You mean like maybe some corporations had anything to do with
I
it?
don't know.
Okay,
I don't
well,
know. Maybe.
What?
So they brought this up and they broke down and it gives just an example now. The actual Tufts website shows the food compass and it gets really far into the weeds with it, which I'm not going to do all that.
Sheesh. And the pyramid had like 6 categories.
Yeah, so it really does. But they kind of gave like a Reader's Digest version, a synopsis of it.
Okay, when you get that specific with a food thing, it's
Compass.
like, come on. Yeah.
So they
That's our
broke
first
it
red
down
flag.
they broke it down into sections like these things should be encouraged to eat. So eat them all the time. You should eat these. These are good for you.
Okay.
Another one's in moderation. Moderate. Don't eat them all the time, but you can eat them. And then these should be minimized. You shouldn't eat it very often. So right up front, one of the things, kale. Like, okay, yeah, nobody wants to eat kale, but I can see that. Watermelon, which I like watermelon, but
that's-
It's okay.
it's kind of I thought was a higher sugar or fruit, but I love watermelon.
It is.
For me, watermelon's seasonal. I got to have it in the summer if I'm going to have
Yeah.
it at all.
Yeah, then orange juice.
Well, orange juice is sweet.
Yeah,
It's
it
sugar
is.
as well.
It is a lot of sugar. Then way up at the top, frosted mini wheats. I eat it all the time, as much as you want. Frosted mini wheats.
I only eat those when I'm going to the gym.
You can have it. Non-fat frozen yogurt. Isn't that just ice cream? Isn't frozen yogurt? Well, maybe not.
don't know.
Yeah, I
can't
eat
believe
these
it.
right before I check my blood sugar.
What? Sweet potato fries. Eat them all you want.
I like them.
As much as you want.
Fries?
Yeah. Chocolate covered almonds. You want to eat a bag of them. Like this is all in the green. We encourage you to eat it. Honey Nut Cheerios. Knock yourself out. Pour a bowl of those.
Those are heart health
Delicious.
or heart healthy. What do they call that? Don't they lower cholesterol or something supposedly?
Well, that's what they say.
Yeah.
No. These are in the moderate. You can eat it, but we don't recommend you eat a lot of it. Okay? But you can eat them. Sweet potato chips.
So
Why
the
are the
fries
chips-
eat a lot?
Whole wheat bread.
Okay.
Skinless grilled chicken breast. What is wrong with the skinless grilled chicken breast? Doesn't say.
Well, as long as you coat it with, sugar snack cereal or whatever, you'll be.
Right under the chicken breast, just barely like a couple points under that, Lucky Charms.
No.
Lucky Charms.
You've invalidated your whole setup.
Here's what is better. Here's what's worse in their little compass here. Here's what's worse than Lucky Charms. A boiled or poached egg? No. You should eat Lucky Charms over that. Whole milk? No. Nope. You want Lucky Charms, you need to put almond milk in it, not whole milk. We don't want anything from a cow. What's more?
Drop some chocolate-covered almonds in there with
Lucky Charms is processed oats and
sugar.
Marshmallows
styrofoam.
and- yeah.
Marshmallows
Yeah.
in quotes. It's full of chemicals and processed foods. Or you can have this whole milk, which literally just comes from a cow. It's probably organic. Or you can get organic, But no. Just under whole milk, though, almond M&Ms. So that's not, you can have them some, but not a lot. And then an ice cream cone with nuts. You can have that on a moderate basis.
It's hard
Now,
to
what
keep
you
nuts
shouldn't
on top
have-
of an ice cream cone. They fall off.
What you shouldn't have, it says, so you can have, you would be better off to eat ice cream than a whole egg that's fried in a little butter, cheddar cheese,
The good cheddar.
ground beef, steak, or roast beef. Those you should go and eat ice cream over the other stuff.
Can I?
And we wonder why are we having a problem with obesity?
Can I take a guess on maybe what's towards the top? Maybe
Yeah.
it's not there right now, but you know what's going to be there?
What's that?
Very top thing? Zibbugs. Zibbugs will be at the top.
The bugs.
Well,
You will
they're-
eat the bugs.
They're putting down. They don't want you eating
Crick-
a lot of meat.
Crickets are going to be the number one thing on that list before too long. Crickets above everything else. And you know it. You know I'm right. It's only going to be a matter of time before crickets are top tier food compass.
Is this compass / pyramid real or accepted yet? Is it put into?
I don't know, but
I know it was by Tufts University or whatever.
By the time that they come out with a Cricket Lucky Charms, it'll be accepted.
Cricket Charms. With
Yeah.
marshmallow ants.
The bugs. Just like, come on. You're not going to sit there and convince me not to eat a steak over Lucky Charms.
no, I would hope not. And it has grains here listed too, and it does tell, like General Mills Cheerios is a number one. General Mills Total.
Boy, I
Post-shredded
wonder
wheat.
who paid.
Wonder who paid for this grant.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
It is. It's just ridiculous. But and it goes in depth. There's tons and tons of
So
data here to
you
parse
said
through.
eggs were lower on that list, right? You shouldn't really be going for eggs.
Yeah, fried egg with
Right. Okay.
in like you take a tablespoon of butter and fry an egg. They say that's one of the worst things you can.
Well, that's a luxury right now anyway. You can't really.
Yeah.
be
I can't
doing-
afford an egg.
That's like caviar right now.
I didn't win the lottery. Holy cow. But yeah, they're like, hey, we have this problem with obesity. And if you look at the food pyramid, when they started implementing that and what they're telling you to eat lots of grains and stuff that's high in carbs. And if you marry that up with when obesity started becoming a problem, it's the same. And again, I need to change my diet. I know it. I know what losing weight.
I'm right in on that one.
I should weigh like 170 pounds.
I don't know what's
I don't know
happening.
what is going on. But losing weight,
I'm sure Reese's eggs are in there somewhere.
I would hope so. Probably better than a fried egg.
Well,
gotta
Reese's
be.
they didn't pay enough on. They
Yeah.
didn't pay
Hershey
enough.
didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Losing weight's like budgeting. You know what to do. It's not hard. It is hard, and it's not hard.
Yes.
I need to cut my calories.
Well, the
calories in
yeah.
need to be less than calories or more. Yeah, less than calories out. I need to exercise.
Yeah, the concept is simple. It's the execution where they get you.
Yeah. Well, and it's hard. I don't want to. I much more enjoy getting a candy bar or eating some popcorn and sitting on the sofa and watching Netflix than putting that down, maybe getting the good cheddar, slice of that with, maybe a little bit of prosciutto or some kind of good meat and then going for a walk. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But the last thing that I had is I got to looking and wondering, I thought, well, how do we compare to what used to be? Like, what was the weight? So I found some websites, kind of broke it down a little bit by decades, not exactly a decade, but kind of what the average weights were. Care to take a gander? From 1976 to 1980, Greg, what do you think the average weight of an adult man was?
An adult male?
Yeah. The average.
Average 190.
Yeah, I got lower than that.
172.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about a woman?
150. I mean, 140 maybe even.
Oh, I was going to say even less than that, like 120.
144 was the
Yeah.
average. Then in the 88 to the mid-90s, so that was 172, men went to 180, so they put on about 8 pounds. Women went to 152, so they put on about 8. Then 90 to 2002, what do you think the average weight? Care to take a guess for a man?
193.
Yeah, I was going to say like 190, 195.
190.4, so up almost 10 pounds there. And the average weight of a woman, 163. Yeah, and so then it goes like 2000 to 2006. So we're not even getting 10 years now. We're going 3-year increments. It went to 194, 164. So men went up 4 pounds. Women only got about a pound. So not bad. Good job, ladies. 2007 to 2010, men went up 195. Women went to 166. And this one only goes to 2014. Said that
You're at like 200.
195.7 and 168. But if you look, that's 25 pounds in what, 25, 30 years of the average weight. That's not even, the worst. That's just the average. So what has changed? Why the big jump? I mean, it's got to be diet, exercise.
Well, it's got to, yeah. It's,
And I agree with what you. Screen time, sitting around, a lot more leisure time.
I think technology is a big part of it. I mean, screens are everywhere. I mean, phones, tablets, TVs.
yeah.
TVs are everywhere you go. Video games are mobile, and the internet became a thing throughout there too.
Yep.
I mean, and people's work also started becoming more sedentary.
Well, yeah, we
too,
went away
right?
from physical labor to desk jobs. And
Right.
Yep. But we don't exercise. I don't either. I mean, I need to start doing. I'm trying. I just started. All right. Last thing I got here is there was along with that website, there was a link. I clicked on it here, and it breaks it down by world region. So continent, kind of. Care to take a guess on who is the fattest continent?
North America.
Oh, you got it. Average weight for North America, 177.5. Care to take a guess on who is the smallest by weight continent?
Africa.
I was going to say Africa.
Asia,
Oh,
126.9. Followed
Yeah,
by
that's
Africa,
it.
which is 133.5. And then Latin America is 149. Europe, 155.
See, that's strictly going by weight, though. What's the average height in Asia compared to the U.S.?
Oceania.
So there's
I
some
don't know
variable.
what Oceania is. Is that like the island nations?
Atlantis.
I think that's
160
Pacific.
Atlantis. 163. It's beautiful this time of year. Atlantis is. So, and it does give. I'm not going into it, but it gives the height from 4'10" all the way up to 6'3" and what the average is and stuff. But I'm not going to get on all that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just wanted to touch on that because there's been a lot of talk about that on the news and different things, and I don't know. I just feel like we're not doing the right things to help this next generation, like to lose weight. Really, it's you got to put down the processed foods. You got to put down the sugary snacks, and just get out and move, exercise. And I'm looking at myself in a mirror. I need to say that to myself.
I think I'm going to have a cookie.
I think I am too. So,
One, they
anyway.
have to be vetted, right? So they have to be accepted.
Well, they're probably on the list.
There probably is a list for that, I would imagine. So, all right, I'm done. I don't know if you guys have anything else
I
you want to
don't
add.
think I've got anything to add to that.
Boy, we got kind of preachy there with that last
Yeah.
segment. So, I was going to try to keep it more light and funny, and I got a little too. I don't know.
You got a little too heavy with the
Too
content.
little. Thank you. I got a little too heavy. All right. Well, hey, thank you everybody for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Relax. Take in a deep breath. Calm down. Don't get offended by things. Laugh a little bit.
Have
All
some
right to
Lucky
laugh.
Charms.
Have a bowl of
no
healthy
thanks.
Lucky Charms while you're watching Netflix. It'll
Don't
be okay.
Don't forget Zibugs.
That's
The
right.
bugs.
All right. Well, relax, and we hope you have a great week, and we hope you're tuning in 7 days. But until then, see ya.
Later.
Peace.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar, you're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.